My father was physically abusive to my mother, Noma Vethu told me. When her mother could, she fled to her own family, leaving Noma Vethu behind. As soon as she could, she came back and fetched her. They moved far away, and Noma Vethu grew up, went to school and passed her exams. She had no memory of the rape and no idea that anything had happened. I was able to block it, she told me. In 2002, after she matriculated, Noma Vethu's mother told her, "You are a grown-up young lady now. You can reunite with your father." And Noma Vethu traveled back to her native village to see her father for the first time in 13 years. There she met her uncle, and the rape memory reared up like a wild beast and completely overwhelmed her. I had no idea anything had happened, and it all came back in detail. She asked her mother about it as soon as she got home. Her mother corroborated everything, and Noma Vethu had to figure out how to integrate the sudden onslaught of painful memory and information. Seeing him now, I feel nothing but pity. I just feel sad for him, for a grown-up to do that to a little child. She did her best to put everything behind her, figuring that she had managed fine before she remembered. But it's never simple with rape, and incest can be even more complicated and insidious. Noma Vethu manages the early childhood program at Ubuntu Pathways in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I met her there when I was working at Ubuntu and writing for them. It's a unique place. It caters to some of the most disenfranchised people on earth, each one with a story to break your heart. But it is a happy place of strength and song. Noma Vethu fits right in. Despite her fulfilling life and job, she started to have panic attacks at work. It's catching up, she realized. I haven't dealt with it. She's seeing a psychologist to help her come to terms with her past and making progress. But it's not easy. How do you trust when the basic unit of trust, the family, is corroded? I met my husband. He is very loving to me, very supportive. As much as I trust him when it comes to my daughter, 6 years old, I can't even trust him as the father, Noma Vethu said. She hates this, hates the unfair suspicions and hair-trigger reactions that so many survivors must contend with. For example, her daughter had worms at one point, a common minor childhood occurrence. But when she complained that her private parts hurt, I freaked out. Her brain immediately jumped to thoughts of sexual abuse. I don't want to be like that. So many children, so many uncles, fathers, cousins. One South African woman was raped by her brother when she was very young and did not tell anyone until she was well into middle age. Her family must have known something was going on, especially when she acquired a sexually transmitted infection. But people are amazingly skilled at pretending everything is normal when it is not. As soon as this woman told her children about her history, she went into a deep depression from which she never fully recovered. I've written earlier about Angie, who was raped by her husband. As with so many other people, this was not the only abusive relationship in her life. She told me that when she was a child and living briefly in South India, her family's driver would take her out in the car and touch her. Oh, and of course there was also the inappropriate uncle or two. She grew up privileged in a happy family, mostly happy anyway. There was the driver and the uncles, but this is not unusual, and it isn't the main part of her story. She had a love marriage, meaning that her Indian family didn't arrange it. She and her husband met, fell in love, and got married. He was a charming and successful man, and her family was thrilled. The couple moved to the US right away, and Angie, very much in love, couldn't wait to have babies. She had 4 miscarriages and then 2 children, who are now in college and high school. If not for them, I would have lost my will to live. The abuse started slowly, as these things tend to do. A harsh word here, a slap there, then remorse. It began during her second pregnancy. Angie felt keenly that she had nobody to blame but herself, since she had opted for a love marriage rather than an arranged one. She kept it to herself and told her sister when she had to. Her sister had to drive her injured and pregnant to the hospital. The sister reacted with fury, accused her of lying, and simultaneously told her she'd better shut up and bear it. And bear it she did for far too long.